companies make so much money from you by presenting to you data that shows that their product is amazing. But what even is data? Well, data can be categorized into 3 categories. Qualitative data, which is basically non-numerical data. Okay? This is data that is either objective, so like let's say color, something subjective like an opinion, or it's just using your words to describe a piece of data. Discrete data is the complete opposite. It is numerical data. Okay? So like, for example, the number of subscribers that I have. Okay? Another thing that is discrete is the number of views that this video gets. Another example is the price of certain things. Those are all discrete because they can be measured with a number. What about continuous data then? Continuous data is simply any data that can be measured. Okay? So like, for example, your height. That's discrete data, but it can be measured. And it's continuous because at some point in time, you would have been an exact amount of height. Like, I'm 6'3", right? So there was a point in time where I stood at 169 centimeters. Just as an example. Mass is the exact same. And also time is also continuous. I hope that makes sense, because we're going to need to tell them apart. But first, if that made sense to you, please subscribe so that you can be part of my discrete data. Now let's look at these examples. The colors of the sweaters in a shop, is that qualitative, continuous, or discrete? Well, it's not numerical because it's the color, so it cannot be continuous or discrete. It has to be qualitative data. What about the size of potatoes in the sack? Is that qualitative, continuous, or discrete? Well, we know that size, what do we measure size in? Size is measured in centimeters, or centimeters squared, or so, and so on and so forth, depending on how you want to measure the potato. So it cannot be qualitative. It's got a number involved. But notice what we're doing here. We are measuring the data. Okay? So it cannot be discrete. It has to be continuous. Okay? What about the number of students in a class? Is that qualitative data, continuous data, or discrete data? Well, the clue's in the name, it's numbered, so it can't be qualitative data. Additionally, it can't be continuous because we can't measure the number of students in a class. We can record it, but we can't measure it. So it can't be continuous. It has to be discrete. Yeah? Remember these three definitions I gave at the start? Well, we're going to say the same thing. This is an example of discrete data. Are you still confused and need more help? Join my Discord server and send me whatever questions you want and get quick responses, guaranteed. Let's look at some more examples. What about the style of sweaters in a shop, right? Well, literally style, that's clearly opinionated. So obviously that's going to be qualitative data. Okay? The mass of potatoes in a sack. What's that going to be? Well, the mass is obviously a number. But what is mass? Exactly, it's measured in kilograms. Okay? And so therefore we can say that this is continuous data. Yeah? And finally, the height jumped by an athlete. Well, again, height is a number, isn't it? But what is it really? It's a measurement, isn't it? It's measured in meters. And so therefore we can say that this is also continuous data. Okay? At some point, let's say he jumps 5 meters. At some point he's going to reach here. Where is there? It's a very specific number. But he's reached there and he's still going up. So it's continuous. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to pass your exams with flying colours, drop me an email and we can organise a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.